Hi, Paraton Weather Meteorologist Paul Dorian here on Friday morning, July 9th. Tropical storm Elsa now just off the coast of New Jersey, accelerating to the north and east. It's actually moving along to the northeast now at 31 miles per hour. Again, we mentioned yesterday how tropical systems tend to accelerate as they get farther and farther north into the mid and high latitudes. Not too hard to pinpoint the circulation center of Elsa this morning when using the radar echoes, and here it is right in this region right here off the coast of New Jersey, and it's producing some heavy rainfall this morning across the New York City metro region, Long Island, certainly all of Connecticut inundated right now by some heavy rain. Watch out for localized flooding in this part of the Mid-Atlantic region and the Northeast U.S. Since it is now back out over the open waters, don't be surprised to see a little bit more in the way of intensification over the next few hours. In fact, right now, maximum sustained winds have kind of bumped up a little bit at 50 miles per hour as it again has moved back out over the relatively warm waters of the western Atlantic Ocean. It will continue to accelerate to the north and east, hitting Boston over the next few hours, and then reaching Nova Scotia by early tomorrow. By the end of the week, it won't be far from, it'll actually approach Greenland and Iceland, that part of the North Atlantic. Also can see kind of some scattered showers and thunderstorms out here across the western part of the Mid-Atlantic region. There is a cold front coming from the west to the east this afternoon, and it will bring some scattered showers and thunderstorms to the eastern part of the Mid-Atlantic region during the afternoon, perhaps even into the early evening hours. But here is what remains of Tropical Storm Elsa as we begin the day here on Friday. Well, here's a look at NOAA's National Hurricane Center official position of Elsa. Again, right off the coast of New Jersey. We saw that clearly on the radar image loop. There is another tropical wave here enhancing the rainfall down across southern part of Texas. Elsa kind of began in the eastern Atlantic, crossed into the Caribbean Sea, then all the way up across Cuba, the west coast of Florida, made landfall right in this region here, the Big Bend region of Florida, and then pretty much up in this fashion, crossing over the Delmarva Peninsula in the overnight hours. And again, right now off the coast of New Jersey, it will continue to the north and east in this fashion over the next 24 to 48 hours or so. Well, here's the official storm track prediction by NOAA's National Hurricane Center. And again, it accelerates to the north and east, reaching Nova Scotia early tomorrow, and then all the way to this region by the latter part of the week. And this is southeastern part of Greenland right here, and it very well could wrap back around with some moisture into southern and eastern Greenland by the early part of next week. Cold enough for some snow. In fact, we'll take a look at that on the operational run of the GFS model. Well, let's take a look at last night's 6Z run of the GFS. It's a little different view than we normally use here at ParatonWeather.com. This is a kind of a North American view. Greenland, right in this region right here. You see some of this blue right here? Actually getting some snow right now across the southeastern part of Greenland and up across northern Greenland. Here's Elsa as we begin the day just off the New Jersey coastline here as of Friday morning. And the real purpose of tropical cyclones in the big picture, in the global picture, is to transport heat from the equatorial region to the mid and high latitudes. It's kind of a balancing mechanism that Mother Nature always goes through. Again, it really brings heat from the tropics to the mid and high latitudes, and some moisture as well. And it's interesting that this particular system ends up going into the Greenland, Iceland part of the North Atlantic by the early part of next week, and will contribute to some snowfall over there. We'll see that in a moment here. Again, Elsa off of New Jersey. Let's now move forward here. Accelerates up to the north and east. Here it is by tomorrow morning. north of Maine and Nova Scotia and Newfoundland area. And still some snow, not yet associated with Elsa. But watch what happens here. It goes into the North Atlantic by Sunday morning, right in this region right here. Again, this is southeastern Greenland, Iceland right here. And watch how it gets wrapped in. It just kind of turns and gets wrapped in at this point right here, and it's contributing to some snowfall in the southeastern part of Greenland by, let's say, Monday or Tuesday of next week. By the way, back in the States, the eastern half of the nation becomes quite unsettled again for the Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday time frame, with scattered showers and thunderstorms in much of the eastern half of the nation. The rest of the Atlantic Ocean seems to perhaps be headed for a little quiet period after Elsa, so we'll continue to monitor the tropics over the next several days. But again, it seems like it may return to a more quiet period now that Elsa has gone off to the North Andes. And again, it'll end up contributing to some frozen precipitation in Greenland by the early part of next week. So still some heavy rain this morning across Connecticut, Long Island, New York City, all pushing to the north and east. Boston will get some significant rainfall, and watch out for a little bit of intensification as Elsa now is over the relatively warm waters of the western Atlantic. That's it for now. For ParatonWeather.com, I'm meteorologist Paul Dorian.